So Microsoft is in talks to buy Discord. On today's episode, we're going to take a look at the information we know at the moment and also how can this potential acquisition help out Microsoft. If this is your first time here, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up and follow me on Twitch where I live stream taking a look at stocks you want me to look at. So let's get started. I want to thank the Motley for sponsoring this video. The Motley is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. You guys know I love finding new investing tools and resources to help me scout out new growth stocks. And right now I have a discount for one of my favorite services the Fool offers. Through the Motley Stock Advisor service, you get access to a ton of expert stock picks. Every month you'll get 2 picks that are aimed at growing your wealth and to help you realize your financial goals. Stock Advisor's average stock picks have done some crazy returns. If growing your money is something you'd like to do more of this year, you can visit thefool.com/Jose Najarro or click on the link below for access to my special offer and decide if the Stock Advisor is right for you. Thanks again to the Motley Fool, and now back to today's episode. So first, let's take a look at what we know right now. It is currently rumored that Microsoft is in talks with Discord over a $10 billion plus acquisition. Discord recently, this past December, actually had a private funding that made this valuation closer to $7 billion. So I'm pretty sure whoever invested during that private funding is probably excited about this type of news. A few sources reported that Discord was exploring a $10 billion plus sale after multiple potential buyers expressed interest. In all honesty, I would want to know what type of people or what type of companies were looking to acquire this. And it has signed an exclusive acquisition discussion with one party, suggestion that a deal could be close to closing. However, there are people saying that Discord will more likely take itself public and seek acquisition. I'm guessing they believe they might be valued better and they might have better returns by going public, right? We know IPO stocks right now have just jumped off the roof. So this can actually, obviously, right, they're saying that, hey, Microsoft is willing to pay over $10 billion for this company. So if we go IPO, probably this type of hype can even increase that overall IPO price. Recently, Discord has about 140 million monthly users and made $130 million in revenue last year. Though the company is yet profitable, last valuation, like I mentioned, was $7 billion after a funding round in December generated $100 million. So right now, Microsoft is pretty quiet with this news. Openings, they're barely up. They're up 22 cents, not even a full 0.1%, not even a full percent or anything. And that's to be expected, right? This is a $1.7 trillion market cap company. Something like this, which is not profitable, not making strong revenues compared to Microsoft as a whole, would barely move Microsoft's price at all. For those that are not familiar with Discord, it's pretty much, if you use Slack for work, it's almost the exact same thing. If you guys ever want to join my Discord channel, feel free to do so. I post every time I buy and sell there, and the link is down below. But you can see, right, it's very similar to Slack in a form where except this is free, right? Communities, gamers mainly use it to communicate with people in like-minded communities. A lot of Reddit groups have their own Discord channels. A lot of games have their own Discord channel because it allows you to, again, communicate with people that follow the same type of interests that you do. So Microsoft is no stranger to acquisitions. This might actually be some crazy news to most Microsoft investors, but since 2020 and 2021, in just a year and a half, not even a year and 3 months that has occurred, Microsoft has done 9 acquisitions. The only one I was honestly familiar with was the one they did on June 18th of 2020, which was when Microsoft acquired ZeniMax, which was a game publisher. They owned a lot of big games, and it overall increased its Xbox Studio assets. So this, at first, I thought that this Discord potential acquisition, would be more of a gaming play. But after looking at Microsoft's most recent acquisitions, like I mentioned, there were 9. Only one of those 9 was an actual gaming place. Everything else was to overall improve that overall business integration platforms. There's 2 things Microsoft can do. First, Microsoft can keep Discord the way it is and keep it as a gaming Reddit community and expand on that. And the second thing is they can also take pretty much like the insides of Discord and use it to power up their Microsoft Teams platform. And I think if they do that, it was a smart move because right now Microsoft Team has a huge competitor, and that competitor is Slack. Slack at the moment is worth about $20 billion. Let's take a look at Slack stock. So Slack stock is worth over $23 billion. An acquisition would probably be at least 25, 26 over that $1 billion. So if they want to improve overall teams, my Discord being able to take those form of inners and installing them into teams would be the cheaper route. If we take a look at Microsoft Teams versus Slack, there seems to be no major difference based on reviews online. It's pretty much all comes down to which one your business prefers to use. I personally have used Slack previously, and I enjoy it pretty well. I don't have too much information using Teams, so maybe some of you guys may share some of your stories between Microsoft's Teams and Slack. But I can definitely compare Discord to Slack. And I want to say Discord versus Slack seem very, very similar, almost identical. The only main difference, and we can see this online review, shows that the main difference between Slack and Discord is just the integrations. Slack has numerous, over 800 integrations in the business side, where Discord almost has none. But if Microsoft bought Discord to overall increase its overall business aspect, they can easily add these integrations. So this is something they weren't willing to pay an extra $10 billion for, because Microsoft can easily do that. One thing to be worried about as an investor, though, is Microsoft, if it goes pretty much as an esports buy or a gaming buy, I would be a little less happy about it, just because of prior history of them trying to really build this overall gaming social aspect. Microsoft used to own Mixer, which was a live streaming platform. And I do believe they had so much potential with that platform, but it seemed like they weren't really developing much in it, or making it work. So I would hate to see, and it ended up dying off and being used, it's now partnered up with Facebook Gaming. So I would hate to see Discord go through the same route where Microsoft buys them and not much gets developed or not much gets worked on, that eventually it dies off. Unfortunately, I think that the overall Discord community is pretty strong, so I don't really see that happening. But I think Microsoft sometimes has like a death touch with some acquisitions. So let me know in the comments below, guys. Are you excited about this potential acquisition with Discord for Microsoft? I'm a little bit torn in between. I do believe if they play it both ways as a gaming and a business play, it can be a very, very strong asset, and it would be a lot cheaper than buying Slack at the moment. So again, hope you guys have a good day. Take care and see you next time.